Nice. Nice. Oop, oh my gosh. Gotta go in the game. Alright. So today's day 2 of sales. Yes. Yes. Alright, so now today's Germany and Britain, I think. Right? Yep. So let's go back to this. Yeah, right. I'll probably cut all those out. And by cut I mean like the chat part. Anyways, um alright. So I have this. So today is Germany and Britain, which is just not too much. 14 vehicles for Germany, 2 for Britain. 3 million, 3.2 million for Germany, and just 195,000 for Brit. For the Brits. Right. Alright. So I got 10 million. I did spend quite a bit more on crews for the USSR. Um, I did spend around 7 million yesterday. No? Yeah, 2 days ago. Whatever. So 7 million, and then I did play several games, and now I got more. Uh, I did get a little bit more. Probably like, yeah, about 600,000 probably. But I did buy a bunch of crews. Let's see. You know, T80B, that's like a freaking 300,000. 29, 290,000 I think actually. I also got a crew for T10M, TCC2, ZSC234, BMP2, IS4M. I think that's about it. I do have a lot of other tanks that I could get crews for, but they're not on sale. Luckily, the actual tanks are on sale. Man, I wish I finished that yesterday. I think I got like 60,000 in yesterday. I was going to do this, finish up this stupid jumbo right here. But, I got 30,000, and then I got kind of mad because I don't like playing Shermans. Um, right. Uh, now it's Germany. We got plenty of vehicles from rank 1 to rank 5, which I should probably get more before. While I was playing too much USSR, yeah, there'll be a lot of jump cuts in this video, but it's fine, because it's unnecessary. Ha ha ha. Right. I guess we can start buying. So, I should only spend like, I don't know, 2 million? Right. So, I guess we can start buying. Let's see. Ba-ba-da-ba. First vehicle will be the Stuke 3A. I remember when I first started the game, I was playing Germany, I believe. I think it was my first nation I played. Because I wanted the Panzer IV F2, then I wanted the Tiger and the Panther. Because those are all... Oh, actually, it's more like the Panzer IV H, to be honest. Right. So, first buy, Stuke 3A at 3150. Boop. Oh yeah, freaking I was telling a story. Yeah, I was looking at Stick 3A and I'm like, that's a short 75mm gun. I didn't know like the diameters that well at the time. I'm like, that has a pretty big gun like compared to like the Panzer 3 and stuff. But I'm like, that's kind of like the lame 75, isn't it? Like it's like the short one, like the Panzer 4 and stuff. I was like looking at it and everything. I'm just like, that looks that looks disgusting. No offense. Um, I never realized this, but there's a hole right here. Kind of. Uh, and it kind of bothers me how there's a hole there, and you can actually see the crew. It's just an optic there. Anyways, I was looking at this. I'm like, that's kind of. And then before the Stuke 3F used to be here. If they switched it. But I was looking at the Stuke 3F and I'm like, holy cow, that looks amazing. Look at that gun. It's just a longer one. And, it has a better pen and everything. And, at the time, the best part of a tank is the penetration. Like you would look at the gun penetration and be like, oh my gosh, 175mm penetration. You don't, like, at the point, you're like, APCBC? I don't know what that is. Heat? I don't know what that is. APCR? I don't know what that is. I was looking at the pictures, like, wow, that one has a bigger explosion than that one. Oh, this one has a pretty big explosion. you know. And I'm like, I didn't know anything about explosive mass, all that junk. Now I do, but before I was just like, ugh. Sometimes I look back and it's just cringe. But look, this one doesn't have that hole there. Amazing. Anyways, I got the Stuke 3F. I got the Stuke 3F before I got the Panzer 4F2. Um, and I played at that BR, um, and it was horrible because it was a huge jump. It's from here to here, like to all these ones right here, right? And yeah, I was being demolished. Like after I would die in the Stug, which I was still playing arcade at the time, I think. Yeah, I was playing arcade at the time, so I was just shooting things that were green and like across the map, and they would kill me across the map, and same, just the usual dealio. Then I got the F2, did alright in it. I do like the tank now that I know how to actually play. I didn't know what like glass cannons are or like how bad the armor. I'm like, wow, this is red. It means this should be freaking fantastic. Holy cow! I didn't know anything about metric units at the time. I'm like millimeters, metric. I'm an American. I do things by inches and stuff. I don't know what that is. I didn't bother looking either. Uh, nowadays I'm just all metric. Like after school, high school physics or something, AP physics. Ugh, everything's just metric. Um. Anyways, I got the Sig 3F first, and then I never got this until like recently. Probably, yeah, it's just recently when I was doing like events and stuff. I would just be grinding these small things. Yeah, yeah, and now I finally got it. Anyways, next vehicle, the Stu 42G at 27,500. I never got this for a long time too. Blammo, nice. And yeah, also like everything's all about caliber too. Like 105 millimeter. How come that one's like weaker than like a 75 millimeter? What the heck? Anyway, yeah, I never thought about like actually like velocity and stuff. It's like wow, these guns look exactly the same thing, but this one's bigger, but it's weaker. What the heck? You know. So now finally have it, and it has a pretty good heat round, I think. Ish. No, not really. Meh. That's a lot of TNT though in that round. Ugh. Right. Yes. So the next one is a Stug 3G. It's just an up armored version of the Stug 3F. It's basically like the F2 to the G. I believe. Uh, yeah, but they're the same BR, so Ooh, you get the good gun too. Oh, quote unquote the good gun, the L48 instead of the L40 43. Okay. So that'll be at 50,000. Stug 3G. Done dilly doop. So that's it for those two ranks. Rank 3. So we're gonna start off with a Nashorn. Yeah, so a lot of these vehicles, Nashorn, Stir, and all that junk. I think I got all of those during the man. What's it? I forgot what event it was. Maybe it was the Erzatz one. Maybe, but I just grounded it with the Tiger. Maybe I was grinding with the Erzatz and I was doing like the IS7 one, the IS7 event. Anyways, the Nashorn, long 88 at 5.3. That's a pretty good deal to be honest. Never, I always fought them. I mean, here's a good story. I was playing the T-3485, and I shot around at this optic right here because it's actually, or maybe that one, but one of these optics, and it's actually modeled to be hit. Um, and I hull broke it with the 85, and he was shooting me too. He shot my hole. Actually, I think he shot my track off, and I looked at him, did a really bad shot because I didn't have enough depression. Or I was, man, I think it was a suspension shot actually. I tried doing a suspension shot, and and when my gun went down, I shot a little bit too early. I hit this, but a hole broke it anyways. So I feel kind of bad. I mean, this chassis and everything is very lightly armored. but like, it's basically like they use parts on this vehicle, parts of a Panzer 4 and 3 to make it, but it can still be hull broken. Sad life of the Nashorn. Good gun though. Love the 88. 5.3 too. That's crazy. So I'm gonna buy that for 85,000. Plamo. Next one would be Panzer 4J. Yeah. This one I was just like I didn't know how turret rotation worked. I didn't know like the little circle, the degree sign, degrees per second. I didn't know like, wait, is it higher the better or lower the better? Because like for reloading rates, lower the better. I was a really weird child at the time. So what I did was I went to the test drive first, and I'm just like, okay, so I'm gonna time this. I'm like doing all these tests and stuff. Like I'm gonna time how much it goes to 90 degrees. I was just like, duh. And then this thing was going so slow. I'm like, okay, that's not good. So I didn't do it, or I didn't grind for it up until the event, of course, which I need to have stuff to grind. So I might as well just grind this, which I did. I mean, you get a lower BR than the 4H. You get the same gun, get the same armor, except for the side skirts. But what is it, the Schützen? I don't know how to pronounce it. Excuse my German. But it'll be bought for 75,000 now. Yay. I mean, at least I have that. Because they use this for the freaking World War II Chronicles event. For the late war, like 1945 and stuff. Which kind of sucks. Because I never had it for that event. So I never, because it's like a requirement, you have to have this or something. And I didn't have it at the time, and I couldn't continue the event. I think that's the event for the French Lorraine, the 150 millimeter one. Man, I didn't finish that one because, man, didn't have the time to school and stuff. Next vehicle, the Sture Miel. Yeah, man, this and the Digger Max, I was very fond of them because of the depression and how big their guns are. And they look they remind me of like a snail or something. I don't know. I don't know why, but the freaking guns are huge. The depression on it, like I just like watching it like full depression and you shoot it and like the recoil just pushes it back. That's probably like the best of fun I have. Just like watching it. Very aesthetic to see that move. You know. Sometimes that's like I don't know. These vehicles are very hit and miss when you fight them. You hit them here and then like they lose like half their crew or something and then you try like you have to hunt it because it has such a little armor to activate anything, but um and all their crews are pretty spread out. Like this one, this guy's freaking way back here. You shoot here, you blast here, kill one guy. Um, but it's kind of sad to kill them. They barely traverse. They're really slow, but their guns are amazing. It's long reloads though for both of them. Dicker Max, yeah, and Mr. Emil even longer because of the bigger guns. Oh, I'm buying it for 90,000. Very nice. And this guy also it's also like I really like how like the Germans did their like it's kind of like funny to be honest. But like you go here, it's like um you start off with 50 millimeters, and then like the medium tank has 50 millimeters. Like they all have like the same gun, but like at different points of time and in different chassis, of course. So this one has a 50 millimeter gun, but that's also on the freaking Panzer threes and stuff. 50 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 50 millimeter, and you don't get the good one until back here. And then it moves up to the 75 Pack 40, which the equivalent of that would be probably, the long 75 of the KWK 40, L43, ish. Well, not really equivalent, but well, probably the Pack 36 is. And then the Martyr 3H would be more equivalent. Actually, it's better. Holy cow. At 3.0 too. But yeah, you get the Martyr guns, 75 millimeter guns. and then you go from the 88. So you go from 75mm guns to the 88. See, which is granted is weaker than Tiger's 88, by a lower BR of course. And then you'd be like, oh, where's the long 75? The longer 75 that the Panther has. You go over here, after the other tank destroyer line, you go 75mm. You get the other 75mm, you get the longer 75mm, and then you get the Panther's gun, or the tank destroyer equivalent of it, you could say. Put on the Panther 470. And then, this one has a 105, and then what's after the 88s, or the long 88s? You go to the 105. Wow. And what happens when you go after the 105? You get a 128. And what's happened here? 105, you can go back to the 88, but then, boom, 128. And it's also equivalent over here. You go from 75, 75, long 75, and then you go to 88, 88, and then 128. So it's kind of like a similarity thing. They all have all their branches have like a similar or equivalent gun. And then when you go to rank 5, you just get kind of crazy. Everything has like 105 or 90s or just AT gems. And then, it just goes all to the regular NATO stuff or whatnot. Yeah. Right. Anyways, back to buying stuff. Enough rambling. Time to buy the Panzer 470 at 85,000, which I'm kind of excited to get to use this because I like the armor on it. It's good enough to bounce, a lot of rounds. It's almost like a Panther, just like 10 degrees difference. But like that front plate can bounce a lot of. Both these plates can bounce quite a bit of rounds. And that gun's amazing. You can pen like a lot of things at 5.3 with that. Top armor though is kind of meh. You get attacked by planes all the time. Kind of like the Hetzer. Yeah, Hetzer's kind of sad. Yeah, look at that. Bad times, bad times. With that. Because the Hetzer's armor is very nice for its BR. Lower plate, like you lose the lower plate, like that transmission will block almost all rounds that can pen the lower plate. But, people's planes come by and they'll just kill all your crew. Sad days for the Hetzer. Good tank though. Alright, next one is the Waffenträger. Long 88 at 5.7. You get a longer reload, I think. For 90,000. Same gun, lighter chassis, and lighter chassis, and you're a little bit faster. You're still kind of sluggish. I've seen. You do have a turret though. That's very nice. That I think goes 360. Which looks kind of weird. Like if you flip it all the way around, it's just so long. That's what she said. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. It's kind of like the SU-100P. But SU-100P, there's a limit to its traverse. I do like the SU-100P. It's very nice. Oh, very nice. It only has like a I don't know, this much? Like 270? I don't know. Maybe almost 180. Maybe it is 180. Yeah, I think it's 180. Whatever. I love the 100mm gun though. Very nice gun. Yeah. Alright, next one is the Coelian. But they did change the name to the Flak Panzer 341. 3.7mm Flak Villing off Panther Fairgestel. Ha! Gonna make you guys cringe on this. Flak Panzer 341. Or the Coelian, which most people probably only know it by. These guys are a pain to kill. One, they have a freaking Panther chassis. And two, they're so spread out, and the ammunition like rarely explodes, like ignite, like actually like kills the crew. For some reason, I don't know why. And it has a dual 37, which is very good. Just a single one's even good because barely no reload. You just overheat um, or virtually no reload. You overheat. You get 90-degree um, elevation. Very nice, and the turret rotation's not too shabby. 35.7 degrees per second at stock. Yeah, that's at 50 with the crew. That's a Shoka. So I'm gonna buy that at 115,000. Blammo. Nice. I actually really was excited for this to buy it because I've had nothing at 6.7 and I play 6.7 quite often on Germany. Right, next one is Yak Panther. I had a bad time. I got the this one, the premium one for test drives. And I don't know. I just maybe it's the way I played it. I mean, I was playing sniper, but people just pen me at 6.3 all the time. Armor is just Panther armor, and I think nowadays with the BRs, it's not the best, and you can't really angle it. So that's 115, I think. I think that's what I said. But like, you take a look at the armor, you angle a bit, and like you can actually pen this side. I don't know. That's been my experience. Even me killing stuff, you angle this much, like 85 can pen there or something. I think. I'm not sure, but I've killed stuff like that. Um, I don't know. Yeah, oh, you shoot down here easy. Yeah, look at that. It's kind of sad. You can't really angle this. And if you do angle it, you can't even look at them to shoot it. The traverse is not that good. It's only like that much. And the armor, like of course, 85 can pen those, but that weak spot right there in the gunner port. I don't know. I never had a good time with this. It's a nice tank, and it's definitely like it's good for what it is. But I don't know. Maybe not to the meta of War Thunder. And you know the speed is that of a Panther. Maybe faster. No, it's actually it should be slower actually because it is heavier. Check my ersatz. Yeah, it's heavier. Man, that's kind of sad. 6.3 though. I mean, you're higher BR than a lot of the Panthers, and you only have an 88mm gun, which is good, but I don't know. I think I probably prefer one of these guys with a turret because you know you can actually angle use for your front plate and use your gun in a different section to kill stuff. Alright, next one's the Ferdinand, which I'm quite excited because I saw the reload rate for an 88, 8.7 seconds. What is that, like an S turns? It is. But you have armor, which is nice. And I've had like 122s and things that should pen this, like not pen this, because I don't know, it's very trolly for me. I guess it just doesn't like me, but who knows. But it's 200 millimeters up front, and then you got this another 200 millimeters, but it's slightly angled, just the slightest, not even that much. But like these things, they've been angled against. I've been fighting these things like a little bit angled, and they will bounce a lot of stuff. But they do have weak spots like right here. Hesh, if they're just like a little bit like angled like here, I shot a Conqueror shot right here. It just went right into it. No problem. It's only 80 millimeters too. Yeah, it's a what is it? A Porsche Tiger chassis, but of course the layout is a lot different than a Porsche Tiger. Where the drive wheels are, the transmission. You know, people say it's the equivalent of the Hori, which it's kind of is, but the Hori engine's huge and is right in the middle. Transmission is right in the front with the driver and the machine gunner. And the Hori doesn't even have a machine gunner, so I don't know why it's there. Or it doesn't have a machine gun up in front. Or I think so. It might be a letterbox design. Um, but who knows? And all the ammunition on the Hori is at the bottom, except for some on the sides. But if you take off like 10 or 15, you don't get that. You just all on the bottom right here. A lot of people don't know how to kill Horis from like even the rear. They shoot here and then if they kill a crew, they don't kill. They don't make like hit the ammo or anything. But these seems a lot more prone to be like one shot or something. And you're 6.3, higher BR than the Hori prototype. You do have a better gun, better reload, and essentially sort of better armor. for this plate right here. But I am kind of excited to play this. It is looking slow. 65 tons. Oh boy. Yeah, that's 60 tons. Yeah, maybe. If I'm gonna buy it, 115,000. Blammo. Nice. All right, and now we're on our last uh tank, I believe, and that's the mouse, which I'm very excited for, just because it's a mouse, not for practical use or for the game or anything. But these things are amazing. Only because a lot of people shoot side turret and they always bounce here, or like you can angle just a bit and it'll just bounce pretty much everything. And their weak spot is when you actually look at people, which is your mantlet, which is a hit or miss. Um, you have to hit like right here, and it has to be like perfectly right here. If it's not here, it'll be here, and it'll bounce at 173. It'll be here, and then that's where the plate is at. You know, the side plate. The side plate like takes up a good chunk. It's cuts off right here, so you have to hit like, exactly right there or there. But when you pen it, it's you kill crew. You pen the left side, you hit ammo. So that's and like even the 37 millimeter, well, not the 37, the 75 millimeter gun ammo will blow up your tank. I've shot, yeah. Well, most people shoot actually like this ammo or something, or even this ammo. But these are pretty big right here too. But the ammo is just it's like everywhere on this thing. Um, Probably because it has two guns. One of them being a really big gun, the other one being a standard 75. Granted, it is the short 75 that shoots heat only, I think. I think it's longer than the short 75, but shorter than the long 75. I wish it did shoot the APH heat. That would have been very nice. Yeah, it doesn't. Um, oh boy. So yeah, I can finally get the mouse. Very excited for this thing. Just to toy around with. For 275,000. Alright, let's buy that. Very good. And I got a lot of things to grind. I've been taking a huge break on Germany. I think I stopped right here, just after the Tiger H1 and the Panther D for quite a while. I stopped there and played Russia. That's right. And I played Russia primarily in RB. I almost rarely played in arcade. Eh, I think I played it mostly in arcade when I was playing with squad. A lot of these aren't. Yeah, because I didn't play. Let's see the rank. Did it go early? Yeah, I took aviation out. Yeah, barely any tank gameplay. See, a lot of rank 1 is not here. A lot of these are just for memeing or something. I think it's also for squad members actually, but most of these are playing with squad. Um, because I started everything in realistic, which actually doesn't have that much either. But I did go through realistic pretty quickly out of here. I went straight for the T-34s because I remember, I think I played these ones. This wasn't here before. And I think I got these two because I also want the ASU because of all those videos and stuff. And then I had enough just to go ahead and get the T-34s. I played a lot of T-34 1942. Um, I think some of my most kills you can actually go right here. T-34 1942. Yeah, I played quite a lot of that. But at this point, I actually got a talisman for the ZIS-30, and I ground a lot of it with the ZIS-30. I didn't have a lot of these either. T-28s. I didn't have that one, or I don't know. A lot of these I didn't have. I just bought them yesterday, or 2 days ago. So that was a different, you know. Ugh. And then, doggos. Hey, quiet. Uh, so yeah, and then I freaking went all the way down here with Russia. I think I went down to the T-34-85 or T-44, and then I stopped here, went back to Germany, and then uh, got the Diesel Tiger, and played it up to where I am at now. I played a lot of the Diesel Tiger. Eh, decent amount. but but yeah. Um, yeah, a lot of these were all for pretty much the Diesel Tiger or the Erzats. I think the Erzats I did fill out most of these holes. Um, yeah, all these tanks. But I didn't play too much of these. I think I did get the Puma, but I kind of like I like this very much that I didn't want to play it so that it wouldn't die. But look at that, attack 40, MG42. The two the two weapon systems that are like in rarely in any of the vehicles. You get the Pack 40 and the Martyr 3H, and then you get the MG42 only on the Panzerwerfer, I think. Yeah, MG42. So, do you get on the Martyrs? You don't. So that's kind of sad. Because most of them have MG34s. Yeah. So that's all the vehicle, or that's all the tanks for Germany, and it's not on sale. Gosh darn it, it's so expensive. Helicopters, I'm not even that good at flying helicopters. Whatever. And I still have a lot of holes to fill out for German planes. I didn't do anything for the bomber set, which I should, because I see a lot of people playing Arados, because the bomb on this thing is crazy. I guess I see a lot of people killing it with with it. It is just thousand kilogram. 21 meters. Pff, that's pretty good for destruction. This is destruction radius. But for planes, I think I only have like two. This is the dough. No. Oh, ME410. This is one of them. So 125,000. The ME410, and I think this is the one I actually wanted to play because of it actually has the 30 mils on it. But are these the long 30 mils that shoot? Yes, they are. That shoot the AP rounds. Yeah, I can start like spamming people with this thing. 240 rounds, not bad. Because I want to get the Ho 229. So these things are freaking annoying when I fight them, but they're freaking, look at how beautiful they are. Very overrated, I think, but I like it anyways. And they did nerf this quite a bit. Hey! No barking. Dog. 95. Yeah, look at that. HVAP. Nothing, nothing, nothing. That's worthy of penning. Well, you get 40 mils on the API, but you get 1 out of every 4 shots is a HVAP. Yeah, they nerfed it quite a bit. But I got a lot of work to do. Look at this. I need to get some BF 109s to get the ME163. Oh, the new one too. But the ME262s, I'm kind of excited for these ones. They'd be nice to have. Even this one. But yeah, a lot of work to do. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else. I got this talisman on the battle trophy or something like that. Yeah, I think that's. I'm probably blind, but I think that's all the vehicles for Germany. Yeah, I guess. I think so. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead to Britain, which I have 2 vehicles for. The Archer. I didn't get these ones because I kind of want to skip it so I can go to the next. I wanted to finish this as fast as possible, or get up to the Conqueror at least. Chieftain, I did not get a chance to finish it before this event, or this, the sale, which is very sad. Which I'm going to be spending a lot of money on it when I do research it all. 114,000 left, and I don't have any talisman, which I might get for Conqueror because I love the Conqueror. This thing's amazing. Height to lower plate, basically bounce anything as SPR and higher. ish, except for like heat. Let's see, IS-7. You could take this round and blammo, all bouncing. Like you will get hit here, but I hide it. But I still go occasionally get hit by there. But and rarely anybody shoots here because it's very hit or miss. Right there, yeah, and it's very bouncy there. And all of this is all bouncy. This is all bouncy until you hit the lower plate. Oh, and then boom. Look at that. Insta kill basically here. Um, but now they added more armor, which is very nice. They did add first they did add the extra plate right here, 20 mils. Then if you get the armor package, you get another 15 right here. Just I have eaten the heat FS rounds with these plates. It's not it's kind of rare to be honest, but you will bounce rounds with it at 7.32, so that's nice. 90mm heat is more bouncy, or more eatable. Let's take a look real quick. This is a 9mm gun, I think. Yeah, let's get the heat on here. Yeah, see, smells pretty good, except when they hit your neck. But when they hit in pretty much most places, it'll most likely eat it up. Yeah, and I killed a lot of places with this thing. This thing has a pretty good traverse on the Commander's Cupola. But yeah, the armor on here is not too bad, but it will get eaten or get hit. Um, yeah. So I probably get a Talisman and the Conqueror, and I didn't get a chance to get the Chieftain yet. And Warrior seems kind of underpowered to me. Maybe I mean it's good, but not my type of gameplay. I do like the BMP 2 though. Hey, quiet dog. Hey, hey, you wanna leave? Oh, anyways, uh, so yeah, I gotta buy the Archer, which I did come back over here just to play some AUC Mark II, get these skill stuff, kind of. I got a little bit on there. Didn't get the Sherman too. I want the least amount of Shermans as I can, but I probably will get it one day anyways. So here's the Archer, 27,500. There we go. Now we got the, what is it, the Valentine? With the gun on the rear? I think. Is that the back of the Valentine? I don't remember. Or is it Matilda? I'm kind of bad at this. Mostly with British tanks. I think they did change it a bit. Yeah, they did change it a bit. Ugh, that's slow. I'm not sure. I think they did take the chassis of something here. But it's pretty slow. And the gun is on its rear. It is a 17 pounder though, which is very nice. At 3.32? 17 pounder at 3.3, not bad. But it's the chassis is what will kill people. So that's it. I don't even have the SPAs for this. I went straight for the Conqueror, which I do like the 84 mils. Um, for Britain, and 7.0s are meh, because they shoot APDS. But the Conqueror I can live with. Not because of the APDS that's really strong, but a freaking hash actually is like really good, in my opinion. So that's that. Let's go. Oh, okay. Aviation, which I have one plane, which is the Firefly. FR Mark 5 at 70,000, and I bought this for cast reasons, But I already I just got because I got a 75% off on the Hellcat the F6F to get Tiny Tims and stuff and 50 cals. But this is not that bad. RP3s and bombs, pretty good. I think. I think that's it. Oh, I also have the Marlet, which I got in an event, which doesn't have any bombs. Look at this. Nothing done, basically. A lot of stuff to get. Yeah. I think that's all from the vehicles for both Germany and Britain. Oh man. So I spent around 1.5 million on these, and from here it would have been about 5 million. So that's pretty good. That's very good. Did I say 5 million? No, I meant no, it's just 3.5 million probably. Yeah, it's around there. All right, yeah, that's fine. So I'll probably make another one for the rest of the nations. Britain, Japan, which I have like a few, which I'm all the way down here already. Which all of these are pretty much bought except for one vehicle. But that's for a later time. I do have 10 vehicles though, as it said here. Um, France got 5, and that's about it. And that is the sale, which from now I've spent around 8 million, 8.5 million, which is a good amount compared to what it would have been. And I have some crews for a lot of these stuff. So yeah. Ugh. Some of these I wish I grounded up before the sale started. um, and I actually should finish up to the T-34 as fast as I can, just so I can get Talisman maybe for this. But I do want to get it for the 103. But T-32 also looks nice. Oh, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of grinding, and I only have like a few days left, so I probably might not get it, to be honest. But we'll see. We shall see. And I might buy one of these KV-1B, maybe. I like it. 5.0 KV chassis with the KWK 40 L48 gun. Pretty good. Yeah. Well, that's the video for today. Thanks for watching. That's about it, yeah.